आपका धर्म, आपका स्टेशन, टीवी जागृति।
Did you know that the top 10 in-demand jobs of 2010 did not exist in 2004? Did you know we are currently preparing students for jobs that don't yet exist, using technologies that have not been invented in order to solve problems we don't even know are problems yet? Prepare your child today for the digital jobs of tomorrow with NCC Education Digi Qualifications, quality British qualifications provided by ICT Experts Limited. Now registering primary, secondary and adult students. Registration ends Friday 22nd January 2016. Call 692-ICTE. That's 692-4283. Or visit www.itntt.com.
Jai Sitaram, dear listeners of Radio and TV Jaagriti. We have a very special session for you this afternoon, as you may have seen advertised on Facebook and heard the promos for today. Today, we are launching that of the Safer Internet Day 2016. Safer Internet Day, a day that many people may have not heard of before. However, the whole reason that this day was created was to make a safer internet for each and every one of us. And so it's a very important day that all of us know about and exactly make ourselves aware of how to keep ourselves, our families safe online on the internet, dear devotees. So we do have Safer Internet Day has been around since the year 2012, as launched in the European countries and has now become a global celebration, not a celebration really, but a day of awareness where people make themselves wiser on the safe use of the internet. And so this year we have a theme for Safer Internet Day 2016, and it is, how will you play your part for a better internet. You see, each and every one of us have a responsibility to play our part to make a safer internet. And so we'll go through some of the responsibilities, especially today we focus on the child, the parent and the teacher. What are the roles? What are some of the things they can do to have a safer internet? First of all, dear devotee, before we go forward, we'll invite you, those of you on TV Jaagriti, you will enjoy this next video where we show the type of children that we have to, you as parents, that you have to grow up in this digital world, the type of children that we also as teachers have to teach in this digital world. So those on TV Jaagriti will enjoy this video. For those who are on Radio Jaagriti with our simulcast, we'll describe what was shown in that video when we come back. Enjoy.
Did you know that the top 10 in-demand jobs of 2010 did not exist in 2004? Did you know we are currently preparing students for jobs that don't yet exist, using technologies that have not been invented in order to solve problems we don't even know are problems yet. Prepare your child today for the digital jobs of tomorrow with NCC Education Digi Qualifications, quality British qualifications provided by ICT Experts Limited. Now registering primary, secondary and adult students. Registration ends Friday 22nd January 2016. Call 692 ICTE. That's 692-4283. Or visit www.itntt.com.
Jai Sitaram, good afternoon and welcome back to our special programming here on radio and TV Jaagriti this afternoon as we launch Safer Internet Day 2016. Safer Internet Day will be celebrated on Tuesday the 9th of February this year. Then so many of us would be in Trinidad and Tobago be in the carnival mood. So therefore we took the opportunity to launch prior to the date, which is Tuesday the 9th of February, will be Safer Internet Day, to bring the awareness to you, which is what Safer Internet Day is all about, making people aware of the how to keep yourself and your family safe online. Dear devotees and listeners and viewers of TV Jaagriti, first of all, in that video that those on TV Jaagriti were fortunate to see, it was a beautiful one, very creative one done by MTS Internet. And it showed a child. It was very comical in that it was a child, as soon as he was born, he took the phone of the attending nurse. He pulled up on YouTube how to cut his own umbilical cord. Then he took a selfie with the nurse, and then he bought some clothes online, and then he walked out, videotaped, posted on YouTube, on Facebook and so forth. And as he walked out of the hospital without his parents and everyone there looking in amazement, then it said, born for the internet. And this is exactly the children that we have today. They are referred to in the research and the academic research, they are referred to as millennials. Millennials are those who were born hardwired for the internet. And that can be both good and bad. As we all know, technology and mostly everything can be used for good and bad. Technology is a very powerful tool, as we all know. Therefore, it can be very powerful on the good side, as we all as teachers and so forth use technology to make our lives easier and to reach these millennials. However, it can be used for the bad side of things as a powerful tool, as we have heard in that famous phrase from the movie Spider-Man, with great power comes great responsibility. And so that responsibility falls on each and every one of us if we want to have a safer internet. And so, therefore, some of the bad things, bad uses of the internet, some terms that you may hear from time to time becoming even more and more prevalent, such as cyberbullying. Cyberbullying, we all know about the physical bullying, where people and children especially are physically hurt and abused verbally as well, and that has mental scars. But sometimes as you grow, even if you are bullied by someone, you might grow, put things behind you, and then call it George, as we say in here in Trinidad, and you become good friends. However, if you perform cyberbullying online, we all know whatever goes online stays online, and that is therefore makes cyberbullying even worse than the normal bullying. Whereas normal bullying will be in one confined institute or classroom or something like that, cyberbullying can be on a very global scale there, devotees and listeners. We know about spam, we know about phishing, P-H-I-S-H-I-N-G. That phishing is the kind where you have emails come in to you, and when you open them, they do bad things, crash your computers, destroy your data, send out things to your contacts, and so many other things that humbug us from time to time. You have hackers hacking in, taking in your information. You have people stealing your credit card information as well. All these things can easily be avoided if we all educate ourselves a little about how to keep ourselves safe online. And so we start firstly with our parents. In our Hindu scriptures, we know Matro Deva Bhava, Pitro Deva Bhava. Our mothers and fathers are our first gurus. They provide the first environment where we learn how our moral values. And so therefore, there's a lot of responsibility that lies on that of the parents. Parents have a lot to do in forming the environment that will nurture their children as they grow. In education, we are told that when a child is born in their first 5 to 7 years, that's the most formative years which they learn whatever will take them throughout their lives. Therefore, you must set proper examples. So now we start with some tips. We start with tip number 1 for being safe online. It's the most obvious one. If you want to be safe from all those bad things that can happen on the internet, you can stay away from the internet. Absence, there devotee. You see, that's one way to stay safe, especially when you have business with lots of information on your internal networks. For example, here on Radio Jaagriti, we have 2 separate networks, one that is on the internet and one that is not on the internet. That's one way you can stay safe. But in your homes, is this practical? Can you have a different network for your internal information and a separate one for the internet? It might be very difficult. And also, we all know of the old adage, see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. So, but that's very difficult when you go online now, because you're bombarded with these sometimes evil things. So what do you do then? If staying away is not an option in your homes, because just as there are many bad things, there are 10 times more good things online. And so we must not rob ourselves of the good things. Therefore, we must do something else then. So as parents, tip number 2, if your children, especially younger they must go online. Tip number 2 is called limited screen time. That's a term now, limited screen time. What is limited screen time? Limited screen time is the time that you allow them to be on their tablets, on their video games, on the TV, the one-eye guru that raised many children now. You must limit those things. A good example of that is PBS Kids, the station.